Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Chemistry by Provin. So today we are going to discuss about the topic is called as a basics concepts of chemistry, class 11, first chapter. So what is meant by matter? So matter is nothing but anything which occupies the space and has a mass. So if you see anything, for example, if you are seeing the board, it has some mass and it occupying the some space it is occupying. If you see the duster also occupying the some space and having the mass. In the universe, if you take anything, but it should has the mass and occupy the space, that is only we are calling it as a matter we are calling. Okay, so here if you see entire the portion of the board, if you take any one portion, for example here I am taking the one portion I am taking here. If this portion, if I see under the electron microscope, high resolution of the microscope, high resolution, that means powerful microscope. If you see under the powerful microscope, the small portion is looking like a some spherical shape. Small portion is looking like a some spherical shape. So this is generally we are calling it as a atoms we are calling. So very small particle of a matter. And the matter, if you for example if you are cut into a small pieces, last stage you reach where you cannot cut into further. If you see that piece under the powerful microscope, you can see the some spherical shape structure like this you can see. So atom is assumed to be a spherical or round in shape. This is the smallest particle. So here the center of the atom to the outer, from here to here distance we are calling it as a radius we are calling. Center to the outermost shell, center to the last shell, we are calling it as a radius we are calling. If the radius is increasing, the distance between the center and last shell edge, if it is increasing, automatically size is increasing. Radius is decreasing, size also will be like a decreasing only. So if you want the density of atom, if you want density of atom is equal atomic mass, volume of atom. Volume of atom. Atomic mass is nothing but the mass of one atom. Atomic mass is nothing but mass of one atom. So volume of atom is nothing but the spherical in shape. Spherical in shape in the sense volume of the sphere only, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So mass of one atom upon the 4 by 3 pi r cube. Atomic mass is equal to mass of the one atom. So now you can see constant particle of the matter. In the matter you can see the smallest particle, that is only we are calling it as a atoms we are calling, that atoms are take part in the chemical reaction. So for example if you see atoms are combining, one atom another atom will combine. So this is the oxygen atom, this is the another oxygen. When they are come close to each other, they are combining. Why they are combining? To get the stability. Whenever the stability is increasing, energy is decreasing. So they are come close to each other. In this process what will happen? Energy is released out. So initially they are having the more energy. Finally after formation of the after combining they will form the less energy and more stable. So O2 they are forming. In this process what will happen? Stability is increasing. Stability is increasing. What about the energy? Energy is decreasing. Atoms are combining to achieve the stability. So for example if you take another atom, nitrogen and nitrogen, they are combining, they are forming the N2 molecule. Stability is increasing. When they are come close to each other, they will release the energy. Because before they are having the more energy, when they are come close to each other, they will release the energy. So in this process only we are calling it as a exothermic we are calling. Exothermic in the sense releasing of heat or releasing of energy we are calling it as a exothermic process. So for example if you see 4 phosphorus atoms, they are combining, they are formed P4. Stability is increasing, energy is decreasing. When the atoms are come close to each other, energy will be like a decreasing. So for example, if you see the hydrogen and hydrogen similar, atoms are combining to decrease the energy to increase the stability. This only process only we are calling as a exothermic process. We are calling this process formation of the molecule combining process. It will use the exothermic. In the combining process, they will release the energy. They will release. So here, whenever they are combining each other, force of attraction will be more. Force of attraction between the two atoms, force of attraction will be like a high. Force of attraction will be like a high. When the force of attraction is high, when they are come close to each other, why they are come close to each other? Force of attraction will be high, stability is more. To make the stability, they are forming the molecule they are forming. In this process, they will release the energy. That is only we are calling it as a exothermic process. This process only we are calling it exothermic. Generally, we will denote with the delta H. Change in the heat content or change in the heat energy. So here you can see the enthalpy of final, enthalpy of the initial. So in this process, what will happen? Enthalpy of the initial process will be like a more will be there, more energy. Initially they are having the more energy. Whenever the anything in the universe having the more energy, they are showing the less stability they are showing. So to get the stability, they are participated, they are combining in the molecule. This chapter we this formation of the molecule and combining we will discuss in the chemical bond. We will discuss. Now you can see the atom. Just now we discussed atom is a round in shape, spherical in shape, very small particle. Okay, taking part in the chemical reactions. It is spoken. So smallest particle of an element. Atom is nothing but smallest particle of an element. The similar group of the elements only we are calling it as a element. We are calling the smallest particle of an element. If you take anything in the universe, the smallest particles that take part in the chemical reactions, that is called as a atoms. So this atom may or may not independently exist. Okay. So if you take atom only taking part in the chemical reaction, Na plus Cl, when they are come close to each other, they will release the energy, they will form the sodium chloride. These are the atoms, sodium atom and the chlorine atom we are calling. Okay, stability is increasing. They are combining. Why they are combining? To get the stability. In this process, they will release the energy. This is what we are calling it as exothermic process we are calling. So what are the atom is only the we are calling it as all atom is the smallest particle. But if you see inside the atom, there are the 3 subatomic particles are there. So inside the atom 3 subatomic particles are there. That is only 3 subatomic particles. So proton, electron and neutron. Proton, electron and neutron. If you see center of the atom, around the center of the some circular path will be there. That circular path only we are calling it as a orbit or shell. Of course we will discuss that is also. The shell, this is called shells or orbit. The shell which is near to the nucleus, this is called nucleus. Center part is called as a nucleus. In the nucleus, neutron plus protons will be there. So around the nucleus, electrons are continuously revolving around the nucleus. The shell which is near to the nucleus having the lower energy. These are having the positive charge. Okay. So here K shell, L shell, M shell, N shell, O shell like this. If you want to identify, if you want to find out the number of the electron present in the particular shell, you can use the formula 2n square. Here n is nothing but the shell number. N is equal 1, n is equal 2, n is equal 3, n is equal 4. Like this. If you want this formula, you have to use, you have to find the number of the electron present in the atoms. Okay. So, if you see, in a given atoms, if the atom is a neutral, the neutral electrons and protons number will be like equal. Of course, we will discuss that part also. So, what is the main difference? Electrons, if you see once, proton, and the neutron. We have the three subatomic particles. How many subatomic particles? We have the three subatomic particles. Electron, proton and neutrons. Three subatomic particles are having. So this electron is a negatively charged particle. This is positively charged particle. This is neutral. No charge. Neutron doesn't have any charge. No charge. So relatively charged. Relative charge. If you want to compare relatively, this is plus 1. This is minus 1. This is plus 1. This is 0. Neutron doesn't have any charge. It doesn't have. So charge of the electron is equal minus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. C stand for coulombs. C stand for coulomb. In a SI unit, generally SI unit. So if you see the proton plus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. This doesn't have any charge. Okay. So mass of the electron, if you see mass of the electron, mass of one electron, 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. If you want to convert it into the gram, 10 to the power of minus 28. So minus 28. This proton mass, if you see the proton mass, 1.673 into 10 to the power of minus 24. So maximum it is equal to charge only. If you want to remember very easily, 1.6, 10 to the power of minus 24 grams. Kg 27. Here also neutron having the mass. Neutron doesn't have the charge, but it is having the mass. It is having. If you see the mass of the neutron, little bit higher. This 1.673, no? 1.675 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams. Everything is similar. Nearly greater. Small, slightly greater. Slightly greater. If you see electron mass is, if you all we have written the grams, no? So 28 grams. You can see it is a 28 grams. It is a minus 24. You can see when compared to the proton mass and neutron mass, electron mass is negligible. Negligible. Why? Because 10 to the power of minus 28. 9.1 into 10 to the. Here is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24. When compared to the proton and neutron mass, we are neglecting the electron mass. Why? Because very small. So now you can see electron mass and proton mass we have to remember. So mass of the proton, m is nothing but the mass, p is nothing but the proton. Mass of the proton is nearly equal to the mass of the neutron. Mass of the proton is nearly equal to the mass of the neutron. Okay, you can see mass of the proton, of course, nearly equal to mass of the neutron, have greater. These two are having the greater mass when compared to the mass of the electron. When compared to the mass of electron, they are having the greater. Mass of the proton, mass of the neutron is having the higher mass when compared to the mass of the electron. Okay. Mass of the electron can be neglected with respect of the mass of the proton and mass of the neutron. So you can see mass of the neutron slightly greater than the mass of the proton. Slightly. Here see, you can see more. Here just slightly we are seeing. Slightly it is having the slightly greater value. Okay. This is about the proton neutron. Now element representation. Representation of the atom. You can see the how we are representing the atom. We are representation of atom. Nuclide representation. So for example, this is the element. This type of representation. Here atomic number will be there. Here mass number will be there. We will discuss what is atomic number, what is mass number. This is called nuclide representation. See here, X is nothing but the element, A is nothing but mass number, Z is nothing but the atomic number. Okay. So here you can see A is nothing but mass number, Z is nothing but atomic number. This is element. Whatever element, hydrogen, helium, like this, whatever you can keep element. This is the general representation. Top of the element you can see the one number that is called mass number. Below you can see one number that is called atomic number we are calling. So mass number is denoted by the symbol is called A. It has the sum of the neutron plus proton mass is called mass number. The sum of the neutron plus proton mass. Okay. So when it comes to the atomic number is denoted by the Z, symbol Z. It is denoted to the number of the protons. It is denoted by the number of the proton. You can see here mass number is the sum of the neutron plus proton number. In the atomic number of the protons only we are saying. Okay. So in case of it is the neutral atom. In case of neutral atom, so X, Z, A. Okay. Neutral atom in the sense on the atom doesn't have any charge. For example, it is 0. In this case, Z what we call? Z we call it as a atomic number. So atomic number is equal to the number of proton. Generally, if it is having the neutral charge, it doesn't have any charge. If it is having the doesn't have any charge, in that case, atomic number is equal to number of proton or number of electrons. Neutral atom only, number of protons and number of electrons will be like similar when the atom doesn't have any charge. Atom is a neutral. For example, it is having some charge like a minus or plus, whatever it may be. That time we should not use number of electrons. Okay. The number of protons is equal to number of electrons when the atom having the neutral charge. When the atom having the neutral charge, that is only that time only we are using. Of course. Okay. Here A atomic number is equal number of proton plus neutron is equal. Okay. I want the neutron number. I want to know the calculation of the neutron number, because electron number we know, proton number we know, neutron number. So if you see the neutron number, proton get cancelled, no. So nothing but A minus Z. Mass number minus atomic number. Mass number minus atomic number. You will get the one number, that is only called neutron. That means just what we have to do, subtract the mass number from the atomic number. You will get the one number, that is only called. See, P and P get cancelled. What is the number will be there? Neutron number only, no? Mass number minus atomic number. You will subtract, you will get one number, that is only we are calling it as in. So, A minus Z, very important. Neutron, how to calculate the neutron? If you subtract from the mass number from the atomic number, you will get the one number. That is only we are calling it as a neutron number we are calling. Okay, next one. We are talking about the ions. An ion is a charged particle. That means some charge should be there, either positive or negative charge should be there. An ion is a charged atom or molecule. Atom or molecule. Charged atom or molecule. Atom or molecule. The particular atom, if it doesn't have any charge, that is we call it as a neutral atom. The particular molecule doesn't have any charge, that call it as a neutral molecule. So ion has been classified into two types. Ion has been classified into two types. One is called cation. Another one is called anion. Cation and anion. What is meant by cation and anion? Of course, we know that ion is nothing but either positive charge or negative charge. Cation is nothing but cation. If you want to remember what is the third alphabet, see, cation. It is looking like a plus only, no? T is looking like plus. So nothing but cations are formed by the loss of electron. Cation is formed by the loss of electron. So for example, I am taking the one atom, A atom. I am taking the one atom, that is called as a atom. So if it is it will become the A positive. In chemistry, positive in the sense losing of electron. So plus 1 electron. If it is losing 1 electron, that is called as a cation. If it is losing the 1 electron, maybe 1 electron, 2 electron, 3. If it is 2, here I have to write the 2. If it is 3, you have to write the 3 electrons. Understand? No? One atom is losing of electron. Cation we will get by the loss of electron. But here in case anion will get, for example, B is a atom, neutral atom. You can see it doesn't have any charge. It gain the electron, so it will become B negative, gaining of electron. If it is gain the 2 electrons, so B minus 2. If it is gain the 3 electrons, B minus 3. Simple. 1 electron if it is if it is losing the 1 electron, mono positive. If it is losing the 2 electron, di positive. If it is losing the 3 electron, tri positive. Mono, see, same negative charge. You have to remember that cation is nothing but the formed by the loss of electron. Anion is formed by the gain of electron. It is formed. Okay. Now, so cation, anion is nothing but the ions. Ions having the charged atoms. So just now, for example, if you can see sodium we are talking about, whose atomic number is 11, mass number is 23. Whose atomic number is 11, mass number is 23. So you can see here, number of the electron doesn't have any charge. It doesn't have any charge. So here, number of the electrons, what I said, protons, neutrons. In case of the doesn't have any charge, charge is 0, the number of the electrons, protons will be like a similar only. So what is this? This is called atomic number. This is called atomic number. This is called mass number. Mass number plus neutron plus proton number. This is the proton number. But in case of the neutron, proton number is equal to electron number. So you can write here it is 11, electron number is also 11. Neutron, how can you calculate? 23, A minus Z. A minus Z we are calling. So that means what? 23 minus 11. Then you will get the one number. That is number only we are calling it as a neutron number we are calling. Okay. Here, okay. Now, if you see, this is the neutral atom. So, for example, sodium is losing the one of its electron and plus 1 electron. It losing only 1 electron. So, this is called cation we are calling. This is called neutral atom we are calling. This is called neutral atom. Here in this case, electron number, whatever the electron number is 10, but proton number is 11. Proton number is 11. Why? Because it is losing only electron, it is not losing the proton. This is like a, you can go with the, this is like you have to calculation of the electron and proton in a charged particle. Otherwise, you can go with the another method also. Number of the electron is equal Z minus charge. Number of electron, Z minus charge. Number of electron also we can call it as a Z minus charge. Okay, Z is nothing but what? Atomic number. A is nothing but mass number. Atomic number is 11 minus 1. Okay. What is the charge? Plus 1 charge. So it is the 10 electron we are calling. Okay, we call it as a 10 electrons we are calling. You can see another example also. If plus 1 loss of 1 electron, plus 2 loss of 1 electron. So you can see aluminium 1327. Okay, you can see here. So here electron number is 13, proton number is 13. Why? Because it is a neutral atom. For example, if it is losing the 3 electron, Al is converted into Al plus 3 by loss of 3 electron. Tri-positive aluminum ion. This time I want the electron number. So number of electron is equal Z minus charge. What is the atomic number? Z is nothing but atomic number. Atomic number is 13 minus charge is plus 3. So it is 10 electron. You can follow it. If you want to calculate the electron Z minus charge, whatever the charge is there, you can use. So for example, negative ion. In case of negative ion. So O 860. Here 8 electron, 8 proton will be there. Okay. So O oxygen gaining of electron will become the minus 1 charge. So before only 8 electrons, but after gaining of an electron, you can see here 8 proton, 9 electrons will be there. If you want to calculate the number of electrons, Z minus charge. What is the Z atomic number? Atomic number is 8. What is the charge? 1 is equal to 9 electrons. Is equal to 9 electrons we are calling. Okay, like this you can calculate. For example, if it is again 2 electrons, so Z minus 2, 10 electrons. Z minus charge. By using this formula you can calculate it. So next one. If you want to calculate the electrons in a positive charge or negative charge, this means cation and anion, atomic number minus charge. In case of the neutral atom, atomic number is equal to number of electrons, number of the proton. In case of the neutral atom only. Okay, next you can see the atomic mass. What is mean by atomic mass? So atomic mass is nothing but the mass of one atom. The mass of one atom is called atomic mass we are calling. The mass of one atom. Generally units are AMU, atomic mass unit or unified mass. U. Both we are using, unified mass or atomic mass we are calling. So calculation of the atomic mass. How we will calculate the atomic mass? How we will you calculate it? So I am taking the one neutral atom I am taking. So X, Z, A. It doesn't have any charge. So it is a neutral atom. So proton number is equal to Z, electron number is equal to Z, neutron number is equal to A minus Z. Like this we will calculate it in case of the neutral atom. So atomic mass is equal to mass of electron plus mass of proton plus mass of neutron. Three subatomic particles. Mass of electron, mass of proton, mass of the neutron. Already we know the mass of the electron. So what is the mass of electron? 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 28 grams. Into multiplied with the atomic number. So mass of proton 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 24 gram multiplied with the atomic number. Mass of the neutron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams into the Z. Why? Because proton and neutron mass nearly equal, no? That's why I have written. But here, with respect of the mass of the neutron, mass of the proton, we are neglecting the mass of the electron, we are neglecting G. With respect of the mass of the proton. Now you can write atomic mass equal to. So we are neglecting this much. So neutron, no? Neutron in the sense A minus Z. If you want A minus Z, not Z. A minus Z. We will calculate the neutron with that person. Just we are neglecting. Now I will write here. Just remember the values. So atomic mass is equal to mass of the proton into Z, mass of the neutron into A minus Z. So mass of the proton into mass of the neutron. So you can write here 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams we are taking. If you want to take the kg, you can take into Z plus 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 into A minus Z. This 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 has to multiply the A and multiplying the Z also. So now you can write like this also. No? See, this is the what? Mass of the proton. This is the mass of the neutron. So here you can write 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 into Z plus 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 into A. We will write no, into A we will write minus 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 into Z. This minus this plus get cancelled. So atomic mass is equal to 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 into the A. 1.67 into 10 to the power of the A. 24 grams atomic mass. If you want to represent it in terms of the mass, 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams into the A. Okay. But if you want to represent it in the AMU, atomic mass in a AMU, so simply just remove this AMU into A. That's it. One atomic mass unit is equal AMU. One AMU is equal 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams. If you want to represent it in the grams, you can go with like this. If you want to represent the atomic mass in AMU, AMU into A. Like this method will be there. So next class we will discuss about the more about the basic basic concept of the chemistry. So thank you for watching.